Whoa. Whoa. Hello there, thank you for joining Hatha Yoga. 60 minutes working on balancing out our body, and we're doing 14 to 15 poses to get to Warrior 3, which is quite a challenging pose for the core, for the hamstring flexibility as well, and also strength for our ankles. So we'll be doing various poses to lead up to that, and we'll start after our initial relaxation and a little bit of upper body mobilization. We'll start by trying a Warrior 3 to assess how we do straight away, and then we'll assess again after we've done our 14 to 15 poses. Okay, so starting in initial relaxation. Also, if you've got a couple of blocks and a belt or a scarf or a tie for some hamstring flexibility. So starting in our short initial relaxation tonight, so we can lie down on the floor, making sure our body's in the centre of the mat, and we can either stretch out the legs and let the small toes release out to the side, or we can bend up the legs with the feet flat on the floor, knees apart, maybe about hip width, or knees together and feet kind of releasing out along the mat, kind of out towards the side of your mat. And here it's quite nice to have the palms to face up with the hands slightly away from the body, chin towards the chest, and we're relaxing the back of our head into the mat. And we're starting by breathing in and out through the nose. And noticing our natural breath. So we're just breathing naturally to start with. Noticing if we breathing steadily, smoothly, or maybe quite short, sharp breaths. Bringing the hands to rest on the tummy with the fingertips slightly touching and the elbows resting on the floor. All we're doing is breathing into the tummy. So when you inhale, the tummy is expanding and the fingertips are slightly coming apart. When you exhale, the tummy's releasing and the fingertips might be just coming back together. So feeling the breath in the tummy, tummy expanding on your inhale, tummy releasing on the exhale. Now just seeing if we can engage our core, so keeping the fingers on the tummy, taking both knees at right angle into the floor and just drawing the tummy in, and notice as we breathe in, tummy expands, and breathe out, tummy draws in. So we're engaging the abdominals and we're drawing the navel back to the spine. So this is working our abdominals, engaging our core, that we need to have that switched on when we're doing all the poses, especially when we get to our warrior three. So it will help massively if we can engage those abdominals. So drawing the tummy in, still breathing though, breathing in and out through the nose, and we're just feeling our abdominals engaged. And then from here we can practice that again in our apanasana by drawing the knees in towards the chest, and here we interlock the fingers and rest the hands on the shins, and here just check that the shoulders are soft and relaxed, the chin is still towards the chest. So on the breath in, the tummy expands towards the thighs, and on your breath out, we draw the tummy away from the thighs. So really focusing now on the feeling of the expansion of the tummy on the inhale, release of the tummy on the exhale. Out another 3 or 4. And then engaging the tummy muscles, going to see if we can roll up to seated, or if that doesn't feel right, we can bring our knees down to the side, pause there a moment, press the hand into the floor and lift up slowly. So first of all, before we go into the first warrior three, we're just going to do the same movement on all fours, which is the Supermans. So it's a little bit similar. So first of all, extending the right foot along the floor, drawing the right kneecap up. So we want to be doing this with our right leg when we're standing in warrior three, and then lifting the right leg. So push that right heel away, point the toes towards you, and now extending the left arm out. So we'll hold here for 3 breaths, switching everything on. So switching the thighs on, switching the glutes on, drawing the navel back to the spine, and extending the left fingertips away. And then releasing the left hand, releasing the right knee, and now just tucking the tailbone under a little bit. So we don't want to be sticking our bottom up, we want to be tucking the tailbone under and extending the left foot along the floor. First of all, drawing the left kneecap up, and then lifting the left leg. So our left leg is as straight as possible, heel away, toes towards the face, switching on the left glute, drawing the navel to the spine. Now extending the right fingertips away. So 3 breaths. Releasing the right hand just underneath the right shoulder and left knee back to the mat. Just releasing back for a few breaths in child pose. So knees about hip width apart and bottom to the heels, and stretching the fingertips as far forward as you can with the wrists kind of in line with the shoulders. Forehead down to the floor, or resting the forehead on a block. Press into the hands to lift up slowly. So coming into a downward dog for a quick stretch of the hamstrings, so turning the toes under. First of all, pressing all the toes into the mat, so feel a stretch in the toes, maybe feel a stretch in the sole of the feet. And press the hands into the mat, taking the knees off the mat, chest through to the thighs as much as you can. Slowly lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, maybe straightening the legs or keeping the legs a little bit bent. Then maybe walking our heels up and down, walking the dog. And then with the knees slightly bent, walking the hands back towards the feet, coming into a quickish stretch for the hamstrings, so taking hold of opposite elbows. Instead of leaning back into your heels, come forward slightly, maybe keeping the legs a little bit bent. Crown of the head releases down to the floor. And about 5 or 6 breaths here, allowing gravity to bring you forward. And pressing into the feet as we lift up slowly, rolling up, chin towards the chest, and head comes up last. Okay, so we're going to do our first version of Warrior 3 and see how we do, and kind of like an experiment, noticing how we feel and where we might feel a stretch. So we're kind of coming forward slightly, kind of in the middle of the mat with the feet about hip width apart. So there's a couple of ways to go into Warrior 3, and there's even a couple of versions as well. The way I find the best is to bring my hands to my hips, press both feet in towards the floor, and then chest forward, and the back of the head's in line with your shoulders and chin parallel to the floor. We give a little soft bend in the left leg, and then lift up the right leg, push the right heel away, and then kind of tilt forward like those dipping birds from the 70s, if you remember those, if you're old enough. So here, try not to lift the right hip up, try to keep your right hip down, push your right heel away, and draw the right kneecap up. Then from here, you can either come forward a little bit more and keep the hands on the hips. You can reach over to your left with your left finger, and then extend the right hand out to the side, or you can stretch out the left hand, both palms down. Oops. Like I said, it's all an experiment. We can now, if you want to extend both fingertips out to the side, or both hands forward with the palms facing each other, and then see how it feels, whichever version you've chosen. See if you can hold for 3 breaths. And then lift up slowly and bring the right foot to the floor and shake out. So for me, it's quite strong in the left leg, the left glute and the left hamstring. My left leg now feels quite heavy, so you can assess if you feel the same. The right leg, sorry, feels light because that's been lifted up in the air. So now we're going to try with the opposite side. So we're pressing our right foot into the floor. If you want to, like me, I've got a wall at the side of me to help steady myself if I need it. So I'm going to start again with feet hip width apart, pressing the feet into the floor. So by doing that, we're grounding ourselves into the floor. That's our base or our stability, our foundation. So chest forward, chin parallel with the floor, and shoulders back and down. And then we can tip forward again, so lifting the left leg and see how this feels. So pushing your left heel away, drawing the left kneecap up, tip forward as far as you can, lift the left leg up so it's in line with your left hip, and then see how that feels, maybe extending the fingertips out to the side, maybe bringing the hands forward with the palms facing each other, and holding again for 3 breaths. Bringing the left leg back to the floor, releasing the hands and standing up tall, shaking out the legs. So now my right leg feels heavy, and I did forget to mention about drawing the tummy in, so put your hands up if you forgot me. So we're going to focus a bit on the core engagement and also some hamstring stretches. Okay, so we're going to lie down again, and here we need a belt and maybe some blocks or cushions or books. Okay, so we're going to do the lying down hamstring stretch, which is called reclining hand to big toe. So first of all, the left leg's bent with the left foot flat on the floor, or the left leg's out along the floor. If your left leg's out along the floor, draw the left kneecap up and push your left heel away. Then we're lifting up our right leg and taking the belt around the sole of the right foot, and we're drawing that right foot as much as we can towards the face. So you can notice and play around. If you do bend your left leg with the left foot on the floor, you'll be able to keep your right leg straighter and draw your right leg closer towards the chest, and then see if you can slide the left leg straight along the floor, and it's a bit more tension in that right hamstring. So going to hold here for about 6 breaths or even 60 seconds. So if you can, work on a 10-second breath. So that is your coherent breathing, which is 4 inhale, 1 pause, 4 exhale, and 1 pause, which makes 6 breaths in 60 seconds. And then holding the belt with the right hand, left hand out to the side, we're taking our right leg as straight as possible out to the right hand side. Now more of a stretch for the inner thigh, the adductor, and hold again for 6 deep breaths or 60 seconds. breathing in, draw the tummy in, slowly bring the right leg back to the centre, and then we change to the other side. So left hand holds the belt, right hand out to the side, keeping the right leg as straight as possible, drawing the right leg over to the left hand side, 6 breaths. Breathing in, drawing the right leg back to the centre and releasing the leg, drawing the right knee in towards the chest, interlocking the fingers and placing the hands on the right shin. And loosening off the ankles a bit, big circles with the big right toe, first of all clockwise. And anti-clockwise. And then bringing the right leg along the floor and drawing the left knee in towards the chest. Just hugging the left knee in a little bit, and then the right knee in towards the chest. And just practicing again that core engagement. So remembering breathing in, tummy and chest are expanding towards the thighs. Breathing out, tummy releasing away, navel to the spine. And we're changing sides with those 3-way hamstring stretches. So extending now the right leg along the floor, or remember, if you want to, you can bend the right leg and have the right foot pressing into the floor. Or you can do the experiment to see which feels better. Then we're taking the belt around the sole of the left foot, holding onto the belt lightly with the fingers and the thumb. So not gripping onto the belt, not crunching up in the shoulders and the neck. So just check first of all, try to keep the whole of your back pressing into the mat, safer for our back care. If you again try maybe extending the right leg along the floor. And 6, the 10-second breath, so coherent breathing, clear breath. Taking hold of the belt with the left hand, right hand out to the side, and we're extending our left leg out to the side. Left leg as straight as possible, and 6 breaths. Slowly bring the left leg to the centre, change hands, so right hand holds the belt, left hand out to the side, and then pushing your left heel away, extending the left leg over to the right, drawing that left leg up a little bit if you can. You should feel a stretch all the way on the outside of our left leg. left leg back, releasing the belt, and left knee in towards the chest. So pushing the right heel away and hugging the left knee in. Start by rotating the ankle now anti-clockwise, so big circles with the big left toe. And then clockwise. Bring the right knee into the chest, hugging both knees in. Then either again lifting up to seated or bringing the knees down to one side, pausing, pressing the hand into the floor to lift up slowly. Okay, so now we're coming into one of the core poses. I'm sure we all know. We've already done Superman. So next we're coming into our plank. So we're coming to our perfect plank. So from all fours, check your wrists underneath your shoulders, draw the tummy in and tuck the tailbone under. So we're engaging our core, drawing the tummy in, but still breathing, and then extending the right leg away, drawing the right knee up, pushing the right heel back, and then just turning the toes under with the left leg. So we're in our perfect plank and holding for 6 breaths. From here, press into the hands and draw the chest towards the thighs, maybe here bending the knees slightly, chest helping us bring our chest closer towards our thighs, also feeling that stretch in the chest, in the back of the shoulders, and holding for 6 breaths. Coming back to plank. Okay, and then from here we're coming into a high lunge. So from plank, stepping the right foot in between the hands. So if you want to, bring the knees down and then step the right foot forward. So with the left toes, we can either keep them turned under or we can rest the top of the foot on the floor. So first of all, I'm going to try with my toes turned under to get that nice stretch in my toes and the soles of the feet, and then one at a time, bringing the left hand on the right thigh and the right hand on the right thigh. So drawing our chest forward, shoulders back, holding here in the high lunge for 6 breaths. Then bringing the hands either side of the right foot and then stepping the right foot back and the right knee down. And again lifting up into the perfect plank. So engage the core, tuck the tailbone under, right leg extends back, straighten that right leg as much as possible. Right kneecap draws up and left leg back. Hold again, 6 breaths. And then in here, releasing back just for 1 breath this time into your downward dog. So chest through to the thighs, maybe soften the knees. Nice deep breath in and a breath out. And then coming back into a strong plank. And then again from here we can stay in plank and step the left foot forward into the high lunge, or release the knees down and then step the left foot forward in between the hands. Again, keeping the toes turned under at the back leg or on the floor, top of the foot on the floor. And then left hand on the left thigh, right hand on the left thigh, chest forward. Go pushing those hips a little bit forward for 6 breaths. Then hands either side of your left foot, stepping the left foot back, coming again into plank this time, extending the left leg back first. Push the left heel back, draw the left kneecap up, switch on the left glute and draw the tummy in. Then all we need to do is extend the right leg back as well. So holding for 6 breaths. Thinking about really drawing the navel back to the spine and pressing the mat away with your hands. And then we're coming into downward dog. So drawing the chest through to the thighs, a little bit of a bend in the legs if you need to. Feel that lovely opening in the chest and the shoulders. Then from here, pressing your left heel down and lifting the right foot up into the air in 3-legged dog. Then right foot comes down. You can press the right heel towards the floor, lifting the left leg. And the left heel comes back down and bending the knees, bringing the knees to the floor and resting in a gentle child pose. So here, bringing the tops of the hands so they're resting by your feet with the palms facing up and resting the head towards the mat. And 6 breaths in child pose to scan the body, breathe deeply. And bringing the hands forward, pressing into the hands, and we'll come to standing slowly. Okay, so in standing, going to do a little bit more core strength and balance, working on ankle strength as well. So we're going to come into the tree pose. So we should all know the tree pose. So keep the hands on the hips first of all, chest forward, and press the right foot into the floor. And we bring the left heel into the right ankle, or the right shin, or the right upper thigh. We want to keep that left knee out to the side. We want to press it into our right foot. Lifting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, drawing the tummy in. If we move too quick, we maybe lose balance. And either hand positions can be palms together at the chest, or arms out like the branches of a tree, or palms stretch up, palms together, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And hold for 6 breaths. And bring the hands slowly down. And bring the foot back to the floor. Shaking out. Then left foot presses into the floor, changing sides. So right ankle into the left ankle, or the left shin, or the left upper thigh. Again, keep the right knee out to the side here, press into the left foot, scooping the tummy in. Find your focus, your concentration to help you balance. And 6 breaths. And release slowly, hands and feet. And then bring the palms together at the chest. Close the eyes and take 3 breaths to scan the body. Notice how you feel, how the body feels, how your breathing is. And opening the eyes, releasing the hands, and then hands to the hips, step the feet wide apart. Slightly wider apart than you think you can go, with the heels out slightly, toes in slightly. So wide-legged forward fold to open the hips and to stretch the hamstrings. Pressing the feet into the floor for our foundation, solid base. Chest forward, shoulders back, breathe in. Draw the kneecaps up and breathe out, slowly tip forward. And again, notice if you're leaning back into your heels, come forward slightly. And try to push your bottom back, but draw your chest forward. And then walk the hands down the legs, taking hold of the shin or the ankle for 6 breaths. And bring the hands slowly back to the hips, bend the knees slightly, press into the feet and lift up slowly. and then stepping the feet together. We're going to do another balance. So we're going to do the eagle. Okay, so eagle prep, if you'd rather do that, is we're pressing our right foot into the floor and left ankle over the right thigh. You can keep the left finger on the wall if you like, or bring the palms together. So we're strengthening here our right ankle, our right leg. We're opening our left hip, drawing our tummy in. Okay, so hold for 6 breaths there if you like, or bring the left ankle behind the right shin, and then bring your elbows up, cross the right elbow over the left elbow, and draw the elbows up. 6 breaths in full eagle if you like more of a challenge. Release the elbows first, shake out, and then release the left foot back to the floor. And we'll change sides. So this time eagle prep, bringing our right ankle over our left thigh. Try not to round the spine, so chest stays forward. And if you want to go into the more balance, take the palms together at the chest. Hold for 6 breaths, or full eagle, wind your right foot behind your left calf, and then the right elbow comes over the left elbow, lifting the elbows up, 6 breaths. Are we thinking about drawing our navel back to our spine? 3 more breaths. Release the elbows, shake out, and release the right foot back to the floor, and shake out the legs. Okay, so one more standing stretch we're going to do is warrior 2. So we want to feel the feet grounding into the floor, feet apart, chest forward and shoulders back. And we can start by bringing our hands behind, interlock the fingers, and straight arms, bringing the hands down to the floor, then turning out the right toes, and left toes are in, say about 5 past on a clock. Not turning the body to the right, keeping our body forward, and then bringing the right leg to a right angle. If we notice we can't see our big toe, moving the right knee back slightly. So really trying to get that right angle, drawing our left kneecap up. We can either stay here for the opening of the chest, or we can stretch our fingertips away to the opposite sides of the rooms. And 6 breaths. We can also look over the middle right finger. Bringing the hands back down and straightening the right leg, toes forward, releasing the maybe shoulders, couple of rotations, and then toes out to the left toes, and right toes in slightly, pressing into the right foot, drawing the right kneecap up, hips forward, chest forward, bending now the left leg. So we can look to see, check we can see our left big toe, as we see if we can bring the left leg to a right angle, feeling the nice stretch in the inner thighs. Then again we can focus on straight arms, interlock behind our body to open the chest, or we can extend the fingertips away, look over the middle left finger. 6 breaths, keeping that left knee back. Releasing the hands, straightening the legs, toes forward, and stepping the feet together, and then bring the palms together at the chest, close the eyes, and feel how strong you feel now, ready for a confident, strong warrior 3. And open the eyes, release the hands. So we'll get ready for our warrior 3. So here, going to start with the right foot pressing into the floor, and then you know which way with the hands works best for you. So chest forward first, and press into your right foot so we can grow taller, and then lifting the left leg straight, pushing the heel away, drawing the left kneecap up, tilting forward, maybe a soft bend in that right leg, tummy in, and then coming into the warrior 3, either hands on the hips, hands out to the side, which is my personal favourite one, or stretching the hands forward, palms facing each other, and holding for 6 breaths. And lifting up slowly, bringing the left foot to the floor, bringing the hands back down. And changing sides. So now pressing the left foot into the floor, standing up as tall as we can to start, drawing the tummy in. So keeping that navel back to the spine. See if we can do a confident, strong warrior 3 on the opposite side. So pressing into your left foot, your foundation, extending the right leg back. And 6 breaths. And standing up slowly, right foot back to the floor, shaking out the legs. Again, feet together, pressing the feet into the floor, palms come to the chest, close the eyes, scanning the body for a few deep breaths. And releasing the hands, slowly opening the eyes, and we're going to lie down on the mat. So here you have a couple of choices. We'll go into some more relaxing postures, so just switch The lights on, it's gone really dark and cloudy. Okay, so you have a couple of options for the last few poses as always. So first of all, if you have your blocks or cushions ready, first of all we're going to do either supported bridge or supported shoulder stand. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. So supported bridge, either 1, 2, 3 blocks. We're just lifting the hips up and bringing the blocks underneath the sacrum. And hands out at the side with the palms facing up. And here is a great opening for our chest. And then there's a couple of options for the feet position. So either knees together and feet out, or soles of the feet are together and the knees are out at the side for reclining butterfly feet. So nice opening for the inner thigh, for the glutes, helps to prevent sciatica and piriformis problems. So that's one option, or the block still underneath the sacrum or the tailbone. We're lifting both feet up into the air and pushing the heels away, toes towards the face. We just want to make sure we feel comfortable and the edge of the block isn't pressing into the lower back. And again, we can have the hands out at the side, chin towards the chest. And here we're holding for a minute or so. And slowing the breathing down. And releasing the feet back to the floor if you're doing the feet in the air. Bringing the knees up and bringing the knees together and the feet together, and then slowly releasing the blocks if you have them one by one, and the lower back releases into the floor. And stretch out both legs and take the arms above the head, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, slowly bringing the arms down, drawing the knees in towards the chest. And from here, coming into a reclining twist to release off the back and to bring the body back into its natural equilibrium to balance out the body. So arms out at the side like a T shape, feet together, knees together, and tuck the tailbone under again, so squeezing the pubic bone up towards the face, and then breathing in, breathing out, knees down to the right hand side, looking over the left fingertips for 6 breaths. Knees slowly back to the centre. Readjusting the spine, taking the knees down to the left, looking over the right fingertips. 6 breaths. Bring our knees back to the centre. Draw the knees into the chest. And then if you've got time, stay for 10 breaths in final relaxation. So stretching our legs out, small toes flopping out to the side, palms out at the side, palms up. Making the breath nice and deep. Maybe if it's evening time, quite nice to start at 10 and count your breath. 10 inhale, 10 exhale, and so on until you reach 1. And slowly bring the feet together, wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes. With a deep breath in, stretch the arms all the way above the head. Point the fingers, point the toes. Breathe out, bring the arms down. Knees in towards the chest. Knees side to side. Gentle massage for the lower back. And coming up to seated slowly. Okay, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed your Warrior 3 sequence and hope to see you soon. Bye for now.